Jail's an adult timeout. It's not supposed to be pleasant. It's supposed to rehabilitate the people that are going to change their lives once they realize jail is not for me.
L.A. Sheriff Sergeant Paul Jernigan brings up an interesting point. Is jail merely a timeout for adults, or is it supposed to be punishment? In Arizona, Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio houses his jail inmates in tents in the scorching heat of the desert around the Phoenix area. He's proud of the reputation he has developed as the toughest sheriff in America. He makes the jail inmates wear striped convict suits and pink underwear. Sheriff Joe is rather unsympathetic to the people who wind up in his custody.
It gets hot there. I have to agree with you. It's 141 degrees in the tents last week. But you know what? I don't care. You know what my answer is? Our men and women are fighting for our country in Iraq. They didn't commit any crime. They defended our country. So you think I worry about these convicted criminals complaining about the heat? These tents have holes in them, Sheriff. You know what my answer was? Who cares? It doesn't rain in Phoenix. Put them under the stars instead of behind bars. So I care about a few holes. They're Korean War tents. What do you expect? Korean War tents, free. I got them for nothing, put them up for nothing.
Merrick Bobb is one of the foremost police reformers, having cut his teeth on the Christopher Commission, which investigated the LAPD as the result of the Rodney King incident. He was hired by the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors to oversee the LA Sheriff's Department. His studies and recommendations on enforcement policies range from foot pursuits to the use of force. As a self-styled expert in the field of law enforcement, we asked for his perspective on what he thought the purpose of jail should be. We asked him, should jail time include some element of punishment to serve as a deterrence?
Deterrence is provided by the sentences that judges and juries impose. A particular individual needs to know with certainty that if he or she commits a crime, he or she will be punished for it and will go to jail for it. That is deterrence. That is what we're trying to dissuade people to do. But beyond that, our Constitution provides that you can't have cruel and unusual punishment. You can't be cruel, you can't be mean, you can't be thoughtless about a person's care. You must provide them the basic human services and needs that society requires.
You know what our food is? It costs more to feed our dogs. I put the dogs and cats in an air-conditioned jail and kicked out all the inmates. These are messing around with the plumbing. I needed a place to put the animals because I cracked down on animal abuse, put them in jail. But I need a place to put the dogs and cats. But you know what it costs to feed the dogs? $1 a day. You know what it costs to feed the inmates? How about 30 cents a day? A day. Now, you want to compare that with anybody else? You think California is 30 cents a day? And we only give them 2 meals. We give them brunch at 11, which is a bologna sandwich and an orange, and we give them a hot meal at night.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you get many complaints about the food?
Of course. They hate the food. Well, am I supposed to say that they hate it, don't give them steak? One of the complaints is, well, we haven't been convicted, Sheriff. Why are you feeding this garbage? We haven't been convicted. We've got about 8,000 that haven't been convicted, innocent until proven guilty, and we have 2,000 convicted. Am I supposed to have 2 menus? I'm going to have give steak to the guys that haven't been convicted and give the bologna sandwich to those that have been? No, I have 1 menu for everybody. You happen to end up there, you're going to eat the bologna, and you're going to eat what we feed them, which is 30 cents a day.
Merrick Bobb flatly disagrees with Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
With all due respect to the sheriff you mentioned and others who have that attitude, it is not their role to punish an individual to a greater extent than either the Constitution allows or the judge has sentenced that individual. In our democracy, under our system of government, it is the judge who decides the sentence or the jury. It is not the jailer. It is not the law. It is not the sheriff. Under our system of government, our Constitution provides that everyone is entitled to certain minimal protections. Those are the protections we're talking about. And as I've explained, if you have taken away a person's freedom entirely, they can't do for themselves. You have to do for them. Yeah, you could throw them in a dungeon and throw away the key. That's not America. That's some totalitarian state. Here, there are basic human protections that we as a society agree must be provided. And I think that it is a mistake to think that, and I think it's an arrogation of power for a sheriff to say, I'm going to make these people uncomfortable because I don't like these people, I think they should be punished more. That is not the jailer's role. The jailer's role is to fulfill what the judge and jury have said. That individual must serve time. And that's their role. And then their role is to make sure that they're given the food and shelter and mental care and access to lawyers and whatever that the law otherwise prescribes by the Constitution or
Sheriff Arpaio proudly displays his hard-boiled attitude, but underneath, the Arizona sheriff has a purpose for being so cantankerous towards his inmates.
What difference does it make how they like it or they don't like it? It doesn't bother me. As far as recidivism, some keep coming back. But I'll tell you one thing, the mothers call me, fathers call me. They call me when they're out. Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you. My kid just got out of your tents. He hates it. Never come back. Music to my ears when I hear that all the time. Never come back.
We want to know what you, the viewers, think. Please take our survey and be sure and leave your comments below. Number 1, should jail time be hard time? Yes or no? Number 2, should jail be merely a timeout where the process of incarceration is the punishment? Yes or no? Number 3, as Merrick Bobb, the police reformer, said, should inmates be provided the basic human comforts and needs while serving their sentence? Yes or no? Please be sure to leave your comments below. Thank you. As you can see, Full Disclosure is not in the business of distorting the news. We're not in the business of trying to convince our viewers, only to inform them. We're a nonprofit educational organization. We provide the platform and the vehicle where you can hear the various perspectives. It's up to you, the viewers, to determine what is right and what is wrong. If you want Full Disclosure to continue to shine the light of truth on important issues that the mainstream media just won't do, then we need your support. There are so many important issues facing our communities, our state, and our nation. And your tax-deductible contribution can help us get the word out to continue informing the public. You are invited to join the Friends of Full Disclosure. Your support will help assure that we can reach more and more people and improve the production quality of our programs. All you have to do is send us the much-needed support using PayPal. Just click on the link below and join at whatever level you can afford. Our goal is government accountability. When the people are informed on the issues, then the people in government must do what is right, because they know we're watching. Together we can make a difference, but we need your support to continue bringing you the news behind the news. Please contribute what you can. Thank you.